Hi everyone, today I'm headed out on a backpacking adventure. As you can see, I'm wearing an exoskeleton. Now this should assist me up the trail. It's the Hypershell X Pro, and I'm gonna see how it works on a real field test. As having to deal with a really heavy backpack there, it was a little bit difficult to adjust, so it's not riding exactly right on me. It's a little bit lower than it should be, but it seems to be doing a fine job for the moment, and we're gonna see how it goes. So anyway, let's hit the trail. So right now I've got it in eco mode. We're gonna see how much the difference there is with it turned off here. So really quick, let's tap the button. Oh wow, my legs immediately feel so much heavier. And tap, turn it back on. And I immediately feel much, much lighter. That's really quite impressive. This thing does seem to be working quite well. So now we started climbing, I've gone from the low power 20% eco mode and bumped it up a couple notches to about 75% power. And it's really giving me the assist I need on the hill here, but that is gonna run the battery down. So I'm thankful I brought a spare along. And I also do have another battery bank that I can recharge from if I need to. So I'm good on power, although it doesn't mean I'm carrying a lot of extra battery, which is heavy. So there's a trade-off there, but it certainly feels worth it right now. I'm using this because if I turn it off right now, my legs turn into lead weights. So that's something. Turn it back on. It's quite dramatic. So we're about a mile into the trail and it's going really well so far, except for the fact that it keeps sliding down. And I think I may need to do some readjustments to it in some way or another. Not sure exactly what, but it's still doing its job. It's still making the hike much, much easier. And so that's great. So just checking in with the progress report, I'm definitely having issues with it slipping down my rear and the way I have it positioned, just because of the way the backpack is. And that's what I really want to talk about right now, is that it is quite awkward to use with a really large pack. With smaller overnight backpacks and day packs, it's just fine. But with a giant pack, there are some issues. So what I would really love to see Hypershell make is an integrated exoskeleton backpack. I think that could be really, really cool, possibly even more effective. So my suggestion would be that they partner with Gregory, the company that makes the backpack that I personally like best, and make a collaboration Hypershell Gregory backpack. Anyway, I just think that'd be awesome. one thing I will say is that while my feet still feel fresh and new, it really takes the load off my legs. It doesn't take the load off my back exactly, so I'm still feeling the strain of carrying a large, heavy pack on my back. But I do have a lot more energy, and I'm moving a lot quicker than I normally would at this point in a hike. One other little note is that the motors are getting quite hot at this point. Not like uncomfortably hot, but you can definitely feel they're warming up. So, I've made it up the mountain. The Hypershell did in fact help out. My legs still feel fresh, like I could keep hiking for a very long distance. But man, the rest of me hurts like I'll get out. So, yeah, I mean, I was carrying like an 80-pound pack full of camera gear. Oh, that's probably why. The Hypershell worked pretty well. I will say that it slipping down my legs was kind of a problem, but I suppose that was probably also because the pack was a bit too big. Again, my early suggestion really seems like a great one for Hypershell to collaborate with a backpack manufacturer and make an integrated Hypershell backpack. I just think that would be so cool. I ran the Hypershell on the on 70% for about half the hike up, covering most of the elevation gain. and that got it down to 1 bar worth of battery. I didn't actually check the percentages. I probably should have, but I was exhausted. So then at that point where it got down to the 1 bar, I switched it to 20%, and that got me all the way up to camp here. So about 4.5 miles total, I think, and around 2,000 feet of elevation gain. Well, that's a pretty significant hike and distance, and so just be aware that if you are going to use it at a higher power setting, it is going to eat into that battery life. So if you're planning to go a very long distance, you will want to have it on the eco power setting, you know, like 20%. That's just something to be aware of. I really needed it though on the hike up those that really serious elevation gain. It really helped me get up here and not kill myself doing so. I'm very much out of shape for this. just FYI. So I forgot to film an actual outro on the hike itself, and I just thought I'd step in here and wrap things up. Basically, we made it home safe and sound, if very tired. The Hypershell performed fairly well, although it did have that issue with kind of interfering with the very large pack that I was wearing, and that pack did rub along the top of the Hypershell, and it did scratch off some of the paint there. Didn't damage the actual performance, the actual mechanics of the Hypershell, but it is something to be aware of and watch out for. Anyway, in general, I am extremely impressed with the Hypershell Pro X. It's a really, really cool device. Just kind of amazing what has been achieved in what is essentially a first generation product, and I can't wait to see what they come up with next. Anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye!